Hi, you guys. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome or welcome back. We are jumping into a reading for my air signs Aquarius, Gemini, and then Libra. We're just going to go ahead and see what are they hiding or what is being hidden from you. Check for your sun, moon, Venus, rising, north node, wherever whatever reading you resonate with the most, or just check them all out, okay? But we are going to go ahead and get started with the sign of Aquarius. We're going to start off with Aquarius. Yeah. All right. So Aquarius, sun, moon, Venus, rising, north node. Really, if you have Aquarius anywhere in your chart, the messages may resonate. Or you could have Aquarius nowhere in your chart and you could just be dealing with an Aquarius. And the messages could very much be for you. So let's dive in. Already we have sudden wealth and family room, and we also have official person. At the bottom of the deck is poverty. So there's something to do with poverty, despair, and toil and labor. So one of you, some of you, none of you, I don't know, but someone could be like right now, you could be struggling to make ends meet, or someone in your energy is struggling to make ends meet. This could be just like a really difficult time. It could be that someone is like not working. Someone could be presently like looking for a job. And someone is looking for a certain type of job. Like, you know, this is making me think of like, even if you have like a certain type of degree or like you specialize in one area, like someone could feel like so desperate, like you are willing to, you know, look at like, you know, I'm hearing beggars can't be choosers, right? So maybe you feel like where you live, the job market is so slow or so bad that you're having to do a type of job that like you don't normally do, or it's not really what you had ever hoped that you would do. So it could be something like manual labor, whereas you've never worked in manual labor, like you've never done that before, or you used to work in manual labor and you know you kind of elevated, so to speak, to a different type of position, and now you feel like, you know, well, you've had to kind of dig your heels in and get to work, or you know, put those what is it where you you know, push up the sleeves and get to work. Like you feel like you might have to do that, and it's okay, like you've done it before. You would prefer not to, but that's just something that you are about to do, or this is some, you know, something to do with a person that you're dealing with. For some of you guys, this could have something to do with a relationship. So either this is like, you know, within your marriage, like, you know, money is kind of slow coming in, and so you're doing this to make sure that you guys can make ends meet, you and your spouse. Or this could be like, this is your spouse that is, you know, they're kind of grumpy because they're having to work a job, and you know, like they work really hard, they come home like really tired, and still barely kind of paying the bills type thing. This could be for some of you guys, like you are in some type of marriage or relationship. You know, I'm hearing for better or for worse. That could be something that, you know, either that's what you think or your spouse thinks, but you cannot deny the fact that, like, you know, since you guys have been together, or since you guys have been married, you guys have been struggling ever since, especially when it comes to finances, and even something to do with like happiness or something like that. So I don't know. Yeah. Someone was hoping that a relationship with, you know, a current partner was going to bring in, you know, like a lot of, like it was going to change their circumstances, so to speak. You know, you would have like a lot of money because you're joining forces, or you're combining, you know, a household or something like that. But I feel like, you know, you know, what's actually taking place is like the opposite. Like maybe you were kind of like, you know, you were doing okay before, but you get into this relationship where you move in with, you know, a partner, or you get married, or like you have a roommate situation, or you move in like with your parents or with a family member or something, and you think that like your finances are going to improve, that your circumstances are going to change. And they do change, but they change for the worse. It's not exactly what you had in mind. Okay. So there's could be something to do with that. Now, the actual cards that came out, we talked about their sudden wealth. Okay, that was the first card that came out. We also have family room, and we have official person. For some of you guys, this could be that, you know, maybe that was like someone's plan all along. Like this was kind of being hidden or kept secret. When I see family room, I think of like family secrets. But it could be like someone lured you into a house or into a home because they knew that like you, maybe they look at you as like the cash cow, or, you know, they feel like you're going to pull them like out of some type of circumstances of, you know, struggle and poverty and despair. And you know, like, so kind of like maybe you're being used for that purpose and you were not aware of it. Or maybe you're about to change, you're about to move because, you know, like that's just kind of the feeling that you've been getting, you know, since you've been in a particular home or in a particular circumstance. Okay, but let's go ahead and jump into the What's Gossip deck to see what else we can get out of this. But first, let me see. Okay, someone very important in your life, could be a family member, someone that you look at as family, could have some type of secret, and it could be, you know, something to do with wealth, like they've hit a jackpot or they've come into some money, or this could be you, and you know, maybe you're keeping it hush hush, you're keeping it a secret. For some of you guys, if it's not like you hit the lottery, like you're not playing some numbers or anything like that, you could just be kind of like, you know, working really hard. You know, maybe you switched jobs and you didn't even tell anyone, or, you know, like that's your guidance. And this job is going to help you accumulate some type of money or wealth, or it's going to be like a stepping stone for you to do so. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead. Let's look at this. Actually, no, I'm being guided to look at this official person first. And the first card that came out is self-made. So whoever this official person is, they are definitely self-made. This definitely could be your energy, but it says independent success, overcoming odds, creating your own path. I'm really guided to this creating your own path. You could be someone that like you have made a decision. I'm hearing, I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. So it could be that, you know, maybe you were used to living in poverty or, you know, at a certain level, and you have decided that you're about to make a change, and you're about to jump in to do something a little bit different to improve your circumstances. With this unbreakable, I'm hearing something about unshakable faith. So this could have something to do with, like, you know, maybe you had said that you would lock in before, but you really didn't. But this time it's like something is different. Something has changed to where you definitely are like about to lock in, or maybe there's something to do with like people in the background that were, you know, convincing you that, you know, it was a pipe dream or what you were doing was silly, or, you know, something like that. And they kind of broke your spirit. But this time around, you will not be swayed. You will not be swayed is what I'm hearing. At the bottom is glow up. So this could definitely have something to do again with your finances, with your job, work, business, you know, or this could just be something to do with you improving yourself. Okay. Just, you know, improving your overall health and lifestyle. That could be, you know, because remember, your health is your wealth, right? Yeah, we have hidden agenda here at the top. And this could be, number one, I'm getting the sense of like, you know, maybe you're not going to talk to people about what this is that you have going on with, you know, you trying to glow up or you trying to improve your circumstances, because maybe perhaps the last time you shared this information with someone, with family or with friends or people that you thought were your friends or even coworkers, and they did things like sneaky little things to kind of sabotage your success. You know, this kind of makes me think of like, you know, that it just makes me think of like, you know, when someone says that they're going to improve their health, they're going to improve their diet, and like you have a partner that secretly they like you like that, not necessarily because they just love you the way that you are, but really it could have something to do with the fact that they don't want you to improve yourself because they're afraid that if you improve yourself, you're going to leave. right? So it's really out of fear. And so like, let's go with the health scenario. You decide that you're going to improve your health. You're working out, you're eating better. And so here this person comes giving you snacks, your favorite snacks. And it's just like, oh, well, I was just thinking about you. And I thought, I remember like, this is your favorite, dessert. So, and it looks like they're being sweet and loving and, kind, but really secretly, yeah, they want to keep you fat. They want to keep you unhealthy. They want to keep your confidence levels low. Like that's what this is making me think of. Let's get one more for this official person. Okay, yeah, money moves. This person, I really feel like someone is focused on their finances. Whoever this person is, if this is you or someone else that you're dealing with, this person is working on building like their own, like if this is you in business, like you're not going to do what other people are doing. You are going to do something your own way. Okay. If you're from a certain neighborhood and people usually do things, this way, you're going to do the complete opposite. Because like someone is super determined to, I'm here to make it out alive. So I don't know, maybe someone feels like this is a matter between life and death, right? And especially, like when we were talking about health, right? Sometimes when people really make those decisions to truly improve their lives or their health, it is a life or death kind of situation. So, I don't know. Let's look at this family room. Okay, we have speak up, and it actually flipped in reverse. So that's how I'm going to read it. But it says expressing needs, defending yourself, courage to confront, and your voice matters. This could be a situation where you feel like you feel like you've spoken up before and it kind of had the opposite effect. You thought you were going to get support, but actually, secretly, people had other motives or another agenda. They didn't want you to be successful. So when you spoke out, they made sure that you were not going to be successful. That was kind of like the hope and the wish and the plan. And so this time the guidance is for you to not speak out, for you to not tell people what you have going on in your life. And now that hidden agenda, I kind of just put it back in the middle of the deck. And now here it is after a little shuffle, it's at the bottom. Yeah, and breaking cycles. So maybe you've noticed this pattern of like, okay, well, I tell, mom, that this is what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, everything just falls apart. I tell my bestie that, I'm going to save money, and all of a sudden bestie wants to go out more and everything just kind of falls and crumbles. I tell my man or my woman that, I'm going to work more hours, and all of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls, as soon as I'm actually supposed to clock out, I'm getting phone calls to come home quick, right? And so I don't get to stay and work overtime. Like there's some level of sabotage that you've noticed, but it only happens when you speak out what your actual plans are. Okay. So this is something to do with like not letting what do they talk about? Like, don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. So like something about your right hand man or right hand woman, like someone that you think is like, they're supposed to be on your team. They're supposed to be on your side, but every time you tell them something, things just don't work out. Okay. What else? Ooh, that's too much. But I'm going to look at them because I'm nosy, right? So we have red flags. We have situational single. We have payday. And we have false alarm. Okay, so let's look at this. Can't really see that. Okay. So this could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. Yeah, I mean, like with this false alarm and payday, it's like, okay, finally something is working out in your favor. Okay. Something is working out in your favor, or you're like looking for, like you're, I don't know, all the signs are there that you're like on the right path or you're on the right track. But then, something like there's some type of trouble or things just fall through. For some of you guys, there is a person, like for some of you guys, this has something to do with a person that you're dealing with. I'm hearing in the bedroom, but this is a person that you deal with as far as like a relationship, like there are some type of bedroom activities between you and this person, or there have been in the past. So this could be like someone that you're no longer really dealing with, but here they come, you know, with like oh, I'm sorry. But this is a person that like they always do the same thing over and over again. But someone is like coming in to promise you that they are changing, or that they have changed, or things are going to get better. Like your relationship is going to be better. The job is going to be better. Something, a client that, you know, keeps, you know, screwing you over. Like they claimed like, oh no, I'm different. And it's going to be, when we work together this time, it's going to be better. Right? I'm not going to be as rude or demanding, or, you know, I'm not going to give you a bad review ever again. Or, I mean, I don't know, because they really want to work with you. But this person has shown you who they are. And they're going to try to come in to get you to work with them, or invest in them, or deal with them. They may try to convince you that like you're just kind of overreacting. You could, like, maybe you spoke to someone about like, you know what, I noticed that since we've been together, like the money is like not moneying, right? Like we are struggling. Like since we moved, like when we were separate, when we lived apart, we both always had money, but now that we're together, like we're always broke. We never have any money. But someone's going to like they're going to try to convince you that like you're exaggerating. And it could be because someone actually, like, their money situation is fine, you just don't know it. They're keeping their money to themselves, and your money, yeah, you're broke technically, and they look like they're broke, but when you're not around, they still do, you know, like they're still going out to eat. They're still, you know, buying things. And I'm thinking about like way back in the day when I was married, and, you know, I would buy things and then I would hide it in the trunk of my car, and I would keep it there for like a really long time. Not because like I completely was well within my rights to buy whatever I wanted to buy. It was my money. I brought home plenty of money. But for some reason, just the way that I used to be a people pleaser, and I felt ashamed, like anytime I did anything for myself, anytime I bought something for myself. And so I would hide it. I would hide my things in the trunk of my car. And then after like months later, you know, if it were shoes, you know, I would start wearing the shoes. And then, you know, my husband at the time would be like, did you just get that? And it's like, oh no, I've been had this. And it's true. Technically, I did have it like for a long time, you know, for months, but I just, you know, didn't wear it out, you know, or I didn't even take it out of the trunk of my car for months. You know, it's, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. There's something, like someone could be pretending like they're struggling with you. Like they understand your struggle, but they don't. They're secretly just like doing whatever they want to do. Oh wow, this thing's kind of wobbly. Let's keep going. Yeah, situationship came out. So there's something to do with like some type of boundaries. Mixed signals is really what I'm guided to with this one. It's like, you know, people say that they support you with something, but, you know, we have safe space here. Someone is like trying to get you to feel like it's a safe space. You can share with them, that like you can be completely open and honest and vulnerable with them. But then when you do it, like something about this person changes. Something about this person changes. I don't know. Yeah, clickbait. It's like, no, come click here. Like, you can trust me. Like, trust me, tell me, let me know what you have going on. And then, you know, as soon as you tell them, it's like, oh, you're weird. I don't know. Like, you're disgusting. You're silly. I don't know. You're not safe at all. And someone is finally starting to wake up to that. For some of you guys, like as soon as you tell people like what you have going on, what you're thinking about doing, what you want to do, it just turns into like a competition, but not the friendly, fun type of competition. It's like, you know, things just start to get weird. Yeah. It reminds me of like, you know, there was a person, I would tell them like, oh yeah, I'm going to work on, I want to lose some weight. I want to, be healthier. I want to do this. I want to do that, and all of a sudden, every single day, this person is like, yeah, well, I ate this, and I went and worked out, and I went and, lifted these weights, and I went and did that. And it's like, I wasn't telling you to compete. I was telling you just, because I like to share what's going on. And it turned into like a competition, but it made it to where it's like you feel kind of icky even sharing with the person anymore, or like it's just not even fun, or just like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna pause, and then maybe I'll try later and just not tell this person ever again. I don't know. Something is off about a person or something. Okay, so sudden wealth, we have rebound. So for some of you guys, it could be like your finances, or you were struggling in some department. It could be even in the health or looks department or something like that. Like you were struggling, but you are about to make a comeback. Like your finances are going to, come back to being stable. Your weight, or your health, like you're going to come back to, like maybe you were healthy, but, since you got with someone, since you got to a certain job, since you started doing something, like you became unhealthy. And so now you're about to make a comeback with, whatever this area is. We have fake flex here that came. Do we keep this? It just kind of popped out, and I don't. Do we keep fake? Yes, we do. I don't know. Someone is tired of, someone is tired of faking. It's like out of all the time that someone is pretending like things are better, like you could just go ahead and do it. Or it could be like if you've been talking a lot about like improvements that you are wanting to make or that you're going to make, you're going to find that if you talk, I'm hearing don't talk about it, be about it. So you're just going to talk less about it. And with that, like that's where you're going to be busy actually doing things, making those changes. And that's where, everything is going to just kind of pop off or like work in your favor from that point forward. That's when you're going to see the money in your bank account increase. That's when the weight is going to come off. That's when you're going to be able to walk by the snacks without, taking a little nibble or, I don't know. That's when you're going to start getting a promotion or the promotions or, something, recognition at work. If you're into like content creation, that's when like, you are going to start to see I don't know, followers or whatever. I mean, something like that. For some of you guys, someone is going to say that they came into some money, and they're going to be flashing some money around or something. They're going to be doing this so that they can get you back. Like they're trying to get back at you, or like you've been ignoring them. So they're trying to get you back into their life, back into their bed or something like that. And, but really they're faking. There's something that like there's some information that they're withholding from you. It could be that they're dealing with another person. Or maybe it's like you didn't make yourself clear the first time, like this person is coming back flexing their money or flashing their money because, you're not wanting to be with them. But the reason you're not wanting to be with them, it wasn't because they were poor. It wasn't because they were ugly. It was because, it wasn't because they were fat. It was because they were overstepping some type of boundaries. They were cheating. Like they were like when you would try to share things about yourself, they would throw it in your face. Like you didn't feel safe with them. What else? I want to say that's it. No filter. Let's see. What else do we have for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? I'm passionate. I'm connected. I tune out negative people and I reveal my truth. So it could be that you have people, or you've had people in your life that you couldn't quite put your finger on it, but they have been secretly trying to sabotage your success, or, you know, some type of goal that you've been trying to accomplish or reach. And the guidance is for you to, or what you're going to do is you're going to start tuning or removing these people out of your life. You're going to start just speaking up for what you want. You know, just telling the truth, telling people how it is. And you're going to just lock in with this I am connected, and you're going to work passionately, you know, tirelessly to reach some type of goal. And maybe that's what's actually being hidden from you. There could be like some type of breaking point that takes place that's going to get you to just kind of wake up and realize that, you know, there's some type of cycle that you've been stuck in where you're sharing too much of your business. Someone is trying to sabotage you, and you're going to learn to just put a muzzle on it, is what I'm hearing. So that's what I have for you. I hope that these messages were helpful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good, juicy stuff. I love you, and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the sign of Gemini. Let's see. Let's kind of get these shuffled. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node. Really, if you have Gemini anywhere in your chart, the messages may be for you. Or if you have Gemini nowhere in your chart and you're just connected, strongly connected to a Gemini, there could very much so be messages for you. Put yourself wherever you go. Only take what resonates. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. So we are looking at what are they hiding, or what's being hidden from you, Gemini. So what does Gemini need to know? What is being hidden? What are they hiding? We already have oh no. Oh wow. Okay. So we have community, and we have main female that came out together. I feel like this could be like some type of, I'm hearing coven, or some type of community of women, okay, that you're dealing with. We have courthouse. There could be some type of judgment that's being called on. They're trying to call some judgment on you, or some judgment is being called onto them. Or this could be like someone is, what's being hidden is someone is trying to do something with like a court case. Someone is doing something like someone is going to a court where they're pleading to a judge for some reason. And then we have mature woman and privileged lady. You could be this mature woman. You could be older. I don't know if these are older women as well. But it could be that for some reason, like you are looked at as like some type of privileged lady, or this could be like a group of women of like high society, or, you know, that some type of legal proceedings are taking place. Lovers, coffin, and courtship. For someone, for one of you, some of you, or none of you, I don't know. But if there was some type of death with like a spouse or something like that, It could be that there is a woman or several women that actually had children by this person that passed over, that you were not aware of. You didn't know anything about them. And so obviously this person had lovers, right? So this could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. I don't know. But this person had lovers. They had multiple women that they were dealing with. And now upon this person's death, this is about to come out. And the reason that the courts are going to be involved is because, like, if they had children, if there were some type of children that were left, they could be requesting or demanding their fair share of like an estate. Like maybe this person left all of their money or their wealth to you. If you're this mature, woman who is privileged, you were the spouse, they could have left everything to you. Or maybe you thought everything was left to you, but at the reading of a will or something like that, like what's hidden is there were some other people involved. And because it involves children, like those children who are still underage, is the feeling that I'm getting, like they're going to receive some of this person's money or wealth. And it's going to put you like in your head, or like you're going to start to rethink something about this person. Yeah, at the top is judication, imprisonment, and family room. Like someone was definitely, it's almost like, while someone was stuck at the house, playing house with someone, what is it? The something will come out to play. Someone was out playing around and they were just kind of, spreading their seed. And now it's about to impact or affect this mature woman who is meant to be privileged at this time. It's going to affect, their finances or their money. So there could be something to do with that. Like, not to say that like you were married for the money, although if you were, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, what is it? All that hard work for nothing type thing. Like you did what you were supposed to do. You did your part. You kept your end of the bargain, and someone was out doing their own thing, and they ended up making a lot of children or something like that. And, so you're not going to get everything that or you feel like you're entitled to, or, what was promised to you. Let's look at this community. It could be just, hidden agenda. Now, for some of you guys with this hidden agenda, if there's just like a community of women, a coven of women. So I don't know what these people are into, but manipulation. I'm hearing dark arts, dark magic. There could be a group, just a coven of women that are working together for some reason. They're trying to, like, they feel like they can call judgment on a person. This could even be like, might seem a little bit strange, but like, let's say you guys were dealing with someone and this is like they were poly, but maybe you didn't really agree to it, but all the other women in the group did. Like they all know about each other. They could have all even lived together. And you are not agreeing to play nice, so to speak. Like you have your own home with your person, whereas they all have to share one home. Like, I don't know, this feels like someone with different, like living multiple lives or something like that, multiple wives. And so they are calling themselves, like calling judgment on this person who's not in the mix. Someone is trying to manipulate a situation. There's deep fake. Let's see. Let me get some more. There's definitely something to do with a child. For some of you guys, if this isn't like about a man, I mean, it's still kind of, it's almost like, this could be like a group of like siblings, and they're taking one sibling in particular, like one person was left something, and they're taking that person to court because they, this is almost like you were an only child that you know of, or you knew of, and it comes out that like your parent, like one of your father, I would say, had a bunch of kids like from a previous life, you know what I mean? Like a previous relationship. And so these people were raised in a particular way. They were raised, you know, by like their mom, and you know, they did not live this privileged lifestyle that this other person lived, and so they're wanting to come against this person. There's something to do with, you know, finances. This could also be like you are in a group, like this could be family, I don't know, but you're breaking out of like, because this could all be your family, you know, obviously it would still be your family, but like this could be a family of like siblings that you even lived with, and you know, you made it, right? You made it out. If you guys were being raised only by like a single parent, or it doesn't even matter, it's just like, you know, maybe someone was impoverished or something like that. One of you makes it out and you're living a certain type of lifestyle. And so they're like calling judgment on you, or they're trying to take you to court for something. They feel like something belongs to all of you, or something belongs to them, or someone feels like, you know, something is not fair within a situation. Or they could be, yeah, behind the mask. This is like, I'm hearing buyer beware. I don't know what that's about. This could be like you are living a certain type of life or lifestyle, and you have some old friends or old family that they're trying to appease to you or appeal to you, that like, hey, remember when you were a little girl, remember when you were a little boy and we would play stickball, or, you know, I don't know, like they're trying to get you to come out and play with them. But really, they see that you're living like a certain type of life, or you're about to live a certain type of lifestyle, and they're trying to ensnare. They're trying to bring you back into the circle, but they have some type of hidden intentions. Like they're not showing you what it is, like the reason why they want you to come back. This is weird, but like it's making me think of like those girl trips, or like those, you know, friend trips where like, I don't like, where someone is planning a trip and everything seems fine, but this is a group of people that they are making other plans. Like that's what this feels like. They're making other plans, like, you know, they're coming back, but you're not. A cabin, there's something to do with a cabin. Yeah. Courthouse. I'm sorry, but under courthouse, the first card that came out is Ascension. I'm telling you, someone is planning someone is planning, a group of people, a group of women. There's one main person involved. They're planning for someone to go to the upper rooms. This is a person that, like, if you have someone that you're dealing with, they're dealing with the same person in secret, or this is a person that they're wanting to be your secret, or you guys used to deal with one another. And I don't know if you called it quits and you went on and moved on about your business and acted like, you know, it never happened, and someone's not happy about that. Someone feels like, you know, they're going to make you see what you did to them. I don't like this. I'm going to speed this one up, Gemini. I'm sorry, but again, only take what resonates. And, you know, yeah, we have fake flex, and it's coming out in reverse. Pretending wealth, showing off. Like, and we have status upgrade. Like, if you had some type of come up, because that fake flex was in reverse, and then we have status upgrade. Like maybe you were in this group of women You were in this, you know, like this is a same-sex group is what it feels like, because you could be a guy and this is like a group of like the fellas that you used to hang out with, right? And you've actually made a come up, and it's like someone is saying that the judgment call that they've made, like you are going around like you're high and mighty, like you're so much more important or better than they are. And like they are definitely making some plans to send you to the upper room. Yeah. With that two-faced and commitment issues. Someone feels like you were not true, like you were not being loyal to a group, to an organization, to a society, or something like that. Someone feels like you use them to make your come up. And then when you made your come up, like you're leaving them behind and like you're not even giving back. It's like, you know, you forgot where you came from, or, you know, something like that. I'm gonna, let's look at, yeah, we have sugar coated with this privileged lady. We have the commitment issues went ahead and came out. And we have spilled tea. For some of you guys, someone could feel like you made your come up by, you made your come up after you snitched in a court system, and they feel like someone feels like they had to take they took, like, I don't know if someone was arrested, someone had to serve some time even, like they feel like they had your back, they protected you, you made a come up, you know, maybe there was some snitching involved or something like that, but you made your come up, and now that they've been released or they're being set free or something like that, like you act like they don't even exist. You act like you were never a part of the group. You act like they didn't protect you. For someone, it's family, and they could have protected you from some type of abuse. And they feel like you forgot that they protected you. They shielded you. You were able to get out of a system, out of a home, out of a situation, out of a circumstance. And you were able to have better and do better and be better. And now that you have better, that you've done better, that you are better, you think you're better than them. And they don't like that. Someone's going to try to get you to go out. I'm hearing shopping, but I really feel like someone's trying to get someone to go out on some type of trip. Someone's, you know, if this is not family, like someone's trying to get you to come out on a date with them, maybe to talk business. And I don't know, I feel like there's going to be some type of arguing. You're going to find out that something was just like a ploy to get you out, because maybe like for some reason you wouldn't deal with them, or you wouldn't, you know, talk to them otherwise, like you've been ignoring them, or like that's what the argument is going to be about, like some type of like you haven't been responding to calls, to DMs, to text messages, and that's, I'm hearing set it off. I don't know. Let's we're ending this. We have I'm hopeful, but that came sideways. It says I change my thoughts. And it says I'm ready, and that is in reverse. For some of you guys, this could just be like things that are in your head. Like you have an opportunity to move up, to ascend, so to speak, to live a life of privilege, and you're worried about what other people are going to think about you, or how other people are going to react or respond. And those are just like some type of, ruminations going on in your head or in your mind. And like you're trying to actually make a decision or a judgment call as to like how you want to play your hand. If you want to accept this opportunity, you know, how do you allow these family members or these friends or this, lover or something like that? How do you, allow them to, benefit as well off of your come up without it breaking your bank, right? Like it could be something like that. Like, you do know that, like, if you give too much, like, you just all gonna be broke again, you know, if it's something like that. So you know, you're all gonna, like, yeah, I feel like someone is just not seeing something correctly. Toxic. This is, I feel like you're making the right decision, or you're going to make the right decision, but I feel like someone is, like, being gaslit by another person, by their family, or you're gaslighting yourself and trying to convince yourself, or, like, it's kind of like self-sabotage. Like, you're trying to convince yourself that you don't deserve this, or, like, if you take this opportunity, it's not going to really work out in your favor, or it's going to break up the band. It's going to, like, this could even be, like, if you're a musician and, like, it's a band, like, there's a whole crew, like, they don't even want all of you guys, they only want one of you, and, you know, you have to make a decision. Because, like, if you leave the whole crew, if you leave the whole band, the other members are going to be upset, right? But if you actually make it, if you truly make it, like, you're able to turn around and you're able to kind of pull them up with you. But somebody's got to make it out alive first. Somebody's, I feel like I'm about to cry. This is really weird. Like, somebody's got to make it out. And it's like, maybe you're trying to figure out, like, how to get people to understand that it's not what they think it is. The way that they're seeing you, the way that they're seeing the situation is not what it is. You love them, you want to support them, but somebody's got to make it out to be able to bring everyone else along. And I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's just really hard. Like, people are thinking that you're just trying to, like, what was that Taurus where it was about someone trying to snake someone? Like, maybe that they take it as, like, you're just trying to snake them. You're just trying to stab them in the back. So I don't know. But yeah. And I don't know why I want to say this, but it's like, you're right, they're wrong. But the problem is, how do you convince them? I don't know. Okay. Some people are going to still support you and stand by your side. And they're going to understand, even if they, like, feel a certain type of way. And, you know, they're going to continue to support you and move forward and, you know, believe in you and promote you. And they're going to wait for your call, is what I'm getting. Because I don't know if you're going to have to, like, separate from someone for quite a while. So they're going to wait for your call, and they're going to trust in you, or they're going to have faith in you. And so those are the people that, yeah, you can go ahead, and when it's time, when it's appropriate, you can bring them with you. But there are going to be some people that they're going to do anything and everything to drag your name through the mud. And when it's time to, you know, give them the call to bring them along with you, like, I don't know, it's your call, it's your choice. You're gonna be the judge. You're gonna have to be the judge of that. So anyways, let's move on to Libra, because that was just way too much. Take what resonates, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good juicy stuff. I love you. Have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node. Really, if you have Libra anywhere in your chart, the messages may resonate. Or you could have Libra nowhere in your chart, and they could still be for you, especially if you're dealing with a Libra. So let's go ahead and let's dive in to see, what are they hiding, or what is being hidden from you? What is it that Libra needs to know? Okay. Messages for Libra. What does Libra need to know? What is being hidden? What are they hiding? There's that main female. The first card is occupation. And we have main female that came out. Someone is working themselves to death. So someone needs to know that, definitely. And then we have message. and it actually flipped in reverse. Someone could have a message, but you didn't receive it. There's a message about someone getting a job. If you've been applying for a job, something with work, you could have applied for a job. You've been waiting for to find out if you got the job, or, you know, some type of news about it, but you don't receive the call or you don't receive the message. Someone kept like a letter, or someone deleted an email, or someone was able to get this message. Someone got a message, someone intercepted a message, and it could have something to do with a job, or this, whatever this message was, it was something that was going to, like, to where you wouldn't have to work so hard, or you wouldn't have to work so much. Okay. We have distant horizons at the top, high honor and courthouse. For some of you guys, so it could have been like a long time ago that this happened. And for some of you, you're about to receive news from a court. So this is just from the bottom of the deck, right? No, from the top of the deck, that you were actually gifted with something, or you were offered something. Maybe someone is circling, you know, I'm hearing like spin the block. Maybe someone is spinning the block. Like, you know, they went ahead and went with another candidate. It's not quite working out, you know, because they weren't even like really the first pick. The first draft pick is what I'm hearing, but they weren't even the first pick. But they didn't really have a choice. They didn't have an option because they didn't hear back from you. Something didn't work out. For some of you guys, this could have had something to do with like a trip. For someone, you could have won a trip somewhere. Or there's some type of job where you're required to travel. For someone, like this main female is the one that, like, maybe, I don't know if this has something to do with work. It's like this person has the rose, right? And they're supposed to give it to the final pick or something like that, but they withheld it. Like they kept it to themselves. Like someone kept this information. Someone kept, they didn't want you to receive something. Yeah. Trying to look and see if there's anything else to get out of that. Someone, it could be someone's not receiving a message. Like if you've been trying to contact someone, you're not receiving a word back, or you're not receiving a message from someone because they're just busy working. They didn't receive your message because they are working. They're busy working. It's nothing personal. They're just busy. Or, you know, maybe you're this person that you're busy working and people are like, well, why are you not, why am I not hearing from you? What you got going on? Yeah, we have recharge, unbothered, and boundaries. Yeah, I feel like, you know, if that's the case, someone could be sending like some messages, you know, saying, oh, well, you promised this, or saying that you broke some type of promise, or there could be some type of arguments and you're not even worried about it. Like, you know, when you're not working, you just kind of take your, you know, your break to recharge, to rest, to recover, recuperate. And that's like a firm boundary that you've established or that you've set. You don't, maybe like you work all week, and on the weekends, like you are just decompressing, and that's a firm boundary that you have, that no, you're not going out. No, you're not, you know, I don't know. There's something to do with like your boundaries, and someone is saying, you know, that you're not living up to some type of promise that you made. This could be you saying this to someone else. Speak up, self-made, and situationship. It could be like, if this is like a relationship or situationship or something like that that you've been dealing with, you're going to speak out because something is just not working for some reason. Someone's not living up to promises that they made or something like that. Okay, let's look at the occupation What is this occupation? Ooh, geez. Lessons learned and clout chaser. I don't know. Someone could have been like an ass kisser when it comes to work. Oh, I have to speed this up. Someone's been an ass kisser, you know, doing whatever they can for some type of attention, like trying to get attention, trying to, you know, get people to notice you at work, or someone's, you know, someone's trying to get, lessons learned. Like someone is done trying to get people to, like someone's done trying to work with someone or work something out. Like you've learned some type of lesson about a person or a group or a situation or something like that, that like they just keep trying to like get your attention. They're trying to distract you from work or from working. It could be like you're working and you were trying to date, but all you keep meeting, or like, you know, you're finding out that you're just getting catfished, and, you know, they're keeping you away from like your focus, or, you know, of making money or something like that. You may be finding that out. Yeah, toxic love. It could be that, like, you know, you keep trying to work on something, but you have learned that, you know, like it's not going to work out with this person because it's a toxic pattern. And it's distracting you from like working on yourself or working on your finances. Like you had already determined like 2026, like you're going to be in this, you know, CEO type energy. But like you have not been able to, I'm hearing something about get one word in edgewise, like someone's not even allowing you. I don't know. Maybe it's this clout chaser. If this has something to do with your actual job, someone, you know, is so loud and obnoxious and always trying to get attention on them that, you know, I don't know. Like you're done. You're done dealing with someone or dealing with some situation is what I feel like. Let's look at this main female is situationship that came out. I feel like you're not going to settle for being in any type of, you know, situationships. Like it's either all in or all out type energy. Like someone wants you to be in a relationship or at a job or in a situation where like the boundary, like there's some type of mixed signals or something is not clear. If this is a relationship, like they don't want to put a title, they don't want to put a label on it. They just want to go with the flow and they want to see what happens. And like you guys have been dealing with each other for like a year, like something crazy like that. Or you're at a job where you're always having to train people, but no one wants to give you the pay and the title as a trainer or as a, you know, I don't know. Let's keep going. Yours is going to be quick. I'm sorry, Libra, but I'm about to run out of battery. We have cuffing season. So yeah, maybe someone is like very seasonal. They come in and out of your life only like temporarily. This could be one person in particular, or this could just be like, you know, maybe you're tired of dealing with people or with jobs or with situations that are quite temporary. It's just like, you know, here comes someone, you find out that they are not who that they say they are, or the job is not what you thought it was going to be, or a client comes and you're working on a business and, you know, they never end up buying. And then, okay, so they leave. And then here comes the next person catfishing you, so to speak, pretending like they are looking for, you know, this in a relationship, but they're really looking for, like, it's just like a repeated cycle. And you have learned that it's better if you just focus on yourself or focus on your work or, you know, something like that. Yeah. Or you're learning more about yourself, and, you know, maybe this was like just you and how you used to be when it came to like love and relationships, and maybe it's getting old or it's getting boring. That's just not what you want anymore. Libra, yeah, status upgrade. So you're deciding to like make some type of like, you know, new you. Like you are wanting like to reach the next level, or you just want to upgrade your life or your lifestyle. And like this old cycle where you were getting a lot of attention, you know, a lot of like different people in and out of your life or something. Like it's old. It's old. It's old and it's tiring with this energy vampire at the bottom. These people or this person or this situation or this job is keeping you from moving up, from glowing up. And you know, it's just with the side piece, it just feels like, again, like some type of distraction that you really don't need. Like you've learned that you can, or you should, or you will just be pouring into yourself. What is this message in reverse? What is this message in reverse? Someone wasn't getting a message. Someone wasn't getting the message. Someone wasn't getting the message. Like maybe you were dealing with this main female, or someone thought that they were the main female, the main woman, or the main man in your life, but it was really meant to just be temporary. You're not even on that. Like you're not looking for anything serious. You're focused on work, and you let them know that up front. But they're doing anything and everything to like keep you looped into some weird toxic cycle with them. We have rebound that came out with the message in reverse. Like someone's not getting a message that like they were just like, you were on the rebound, like you were trying to heal from a previous situation, a previous relationship. Like, you know, you told them up front, but someone just wasn't getting the message. Like you were actually like, you were trying to heal, or someone was like in this kind of shadow dark type energy or something like that, where like they're using you. Maybe they're on the rebound and they're using you to heal. And they're never like, they're not trying to heal. Like they're not learning any lessons, and it's like something is getting old and tiring, and you want more. Like you're trying to boss up, you're trying to level up in your life, and you're about to go ahead and just like take control. You're no longer going to sugarcoat it when you're talking with this person or deal with this person. Someone could be like, what you don't see is that someone is doing something behind the scenes, like they're making it their mission to get some type of get back or payback, especially if you just kind of like, you know, cut them out of your life or something like that. Someone could be like doing something online with like your pictures or something weird like that, pretending like they're you. I don't know. It's foolishness. It's all foolishness. What does Libra need to know, or what's being hidden? Final messages. Libra. What does Libra need to know? Yeah, I am blessed. I am hopeful, and I can change my thoughts. It could be even that like I said, you could have been in some type of energy, like maybe you were still like in this shadow energy. You were wanting to heal or needing to heal from some type of disappointment, something that didn't work out. But now that you have healed, you're bossing up, you're leveling up. You're changing the people that you're dealing with. You know, you're being more focused on, you know, work, on money, on, you know, things like that. And you're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. And once you do that, once you make that your focus, like that's when the blessings are going to come in for you. So it could be something like that. Like, you know, maybe you weren't able to see past the hurt. Maybe you weren't able to see past the disappointment. Maybe you weren't able to see past, you know, some type of, you know, situation or circumstance that you were having to deal with, you know, at a particular time. But now I'm hearing the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. I don't know, something like that. I don't even remember the song, but you guys know Annie, little orphan Annie, tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. Yeah, it could have been, you know, I don't know, maybe you're starting to realize that you love someone or someone loves you. And, you know, you kept putting off like sending the message, or they kept putting off sending the message for tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow is finally going to come so that you guys can work something out. I don't know. But I hope that those messages were helpful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good, juicy stuff. I love you, and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now.